Alright, welcome. Here we are, War 9. And we're starting off back on, path 7 against the Teal fight that I've taken, I don't know, countless times. So, last time I said any other time we come back to this fight, I'm just going to speed it along, you know. Like, nothing really changes here. The only thing you don't do is use specials, and ideally you don't get hit like that. Which, you know, that pisses me off because I'm like, now I gotta use more potions. Because especially when I have more fights with this character. But, yeah, you just pretty much parry, attack, you know, get a heavy in, so you can kind of speed up the fight with your Incinerate vulnerabilities, but yeah, it's just raw damage and DOT, no specials whatsoever. And Jilth goes down. Alright, and now we have this arcade fight where, you know, you guys should know my thoughts on arcade. It's hard for me to respect him as a defender. But here we go, maybe this arcade might change that. But plan here is pretty much just to punish this heavy with my heavy, push him to SP3, and repeat. So I think in the beginning, I start off with, like, you know, you parry, medium, stack up some bleeds. And once you get them close to like a bar of power, you just hold block and just wait for him to throw a heavy. Don't be in the far right corner because that little, whatever that icon is, can cause you to get like passively stunned, I think it is. So here, we just counter his heavy with our heavy. What it does is put like a pause timer on our bleeds. They're not refreshed, even though that's what the icon looks like. Throw an SP2 just in case he throws any other specials, and you know, we have a Tranquilize to kind of stop his debuffs. But as you can see right now, we have over 20 bleeds. By the time we got him to 3 bars, he's already lost 64% of his health. And we just went ahead, pushed him to SP3. We had the invulnerability boost, so we didn't bother to do the little mini game. And here we are. Counter is heavy with our heavy. We're at 22 bleeds. He's ticking away. One more heavy should seal the deal, and there we go. Arcade is down. So, no, that guy did not change my thoughts and opinions on arcade. Alright, moving right along. Here we are. We're in section 2, path 6. I did change my masteries. What am I using? Okay, I'm using Wordlock on this path, so maybe I'll put on Collar Tech or something. At this point, I don't remember. This was like War 9 out of 12, so you know, we're at least like 2-3 weeks, maybe even 4 weeks ago at this point. I don't remember. Okay, we did do a combat regen boost. Usually when I do those, it's only because I plan to block a lot, or B, we just have them in overflow, and so we're just going to use a boost. Okay. So now we're finally coming into this fight. I think this fight, you get like a prowess or something if you, in a block penetration thing, if you do the same combo in a row. I could be wrong. But I do know you get a guaranteed crit if you end your combo the same as you did last time, so. Plan here is ideally we don't let Bishop throw an SP1 as long as he doesn't throw it into my block, so. Hey, we will just eat all the hits, punish his heavy. And we're trying to wait until the fisticuff timer runs out, which unfortunately we threw our SP2 a little early, so we lost 2 armor breaks, which kind of hurt the damage we had at the beginning. And because of the power drain, because this person's running willpower, Bishop had under 2 bars of power when he threw that special. So right now we're just trying to manipulate the AI until that timer ran out, so we got no Incinerates on us. Now that that is gone, we can get back. There's no fisticuff, so we start the SP2 with 2 armor breaks. We end it with 2 more. And we end the fight. So that one went pretty straightforward. Hey, Warlock's cool. I did take him to rank 3, I think, this war season. So we have another Warlock fight, so we're gonna pop a potion just to top off, because I think this next fight is the one where we can get the block penetration on the defender. So this node is definitely annoying. You have Conflictor. If you do the same combo as well, the defender gains prowess, and if they gain the prowess, they get the block penetration, armor penetration, whatever it's called. So yeah, it can hurt. Ibom does start awaken, he puts debuffs on himself, so he is instantly going to have like nearly a bar of power when the fight begins. And if he throws his SP1, he also gains debuff, which Conflictor can eat if it's not on cooldown. So the plan here is you want to bait out SP1s or SP2s. Ideally, I just try, as soon as he gets to that 2 bar of power, I stop doing what I'm doing, and I go from there. So my big thing was wanting to see if, I did a fight earlier where that Ibom had willpower on, which makes the fight a lot easier. This guy does not, which makes the fight more annoying. So the plan here is parry and either medium, light, medium, light, medium. Yeah, light, medium, light, medium. Those are my go-to. Then after I do a combo like that, we parry heavy. That way, we don't have to worry about the him gaining the prowess from the node and the block penetration, because trust me, that SP2 will hurt if you take it on the block. And whenever in doubt, if you're doing light, medium, and you can't remember, did you finish the combo, did you do a heavy, you can just always do light, medium again. That way at least you're at a safe starting point. So trying to bait out the SP2, we don't want to get any debuffs on him because that will give him enough power to go to SP3. And so far we're managing the fight. Get this SP2 off, and there we go. Like I said, it's definitely an annoying fight when they're not running willpower. You really have to be conscious of their power gain, because no one, I believe, is immune to the acid burn that Ibom would place off the SP3. So that's like a goodbye sentence. Alright, and here we are going into our final fight this war. And we have this Conflictor Lumitrix. I think this is the Hazard Shift minis, if I'm not mistaken. So we're just gonna go ahead, boost big. Like I said, I'd be hesitant on this one because I don't feel like the 200% help Negasonic a lot, but hey, this is kind of a sketchy fight, so I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and do it anyway. Get our invulnerability boost and back out just to make sure we're okay. And now we get ready to kick some tail. Okay, the annoying part here is Negasonic is not Cold Snap immune, so we have to be careful during that phase. Bleed phase, we're fine, because Lumitrix is a skill champ. So my plan right now is just kind of parry or hit his block. So we're waiting out the Cold Snap phase. And now, of course, that time my parry didn't work, and since he threw a heavy, he has to evade. So I'm just like, okay, we try again. But looking back on it, I think my officer did tell me that Negasonic's counter would have triggered, so I would have been safe if I went in after the heavy, looking back at it. Don't tell my officer I forgot about it. But hey, we throw our SP1 to get out of the corner. And we're going to weave in some heavies, this gives us our Incinerate vulnerability. So Lumitrix is stun immune while he has his, whatever that thing is called, invisibility going on. And unfortunately, I really did debate trying to get off an SP1 to keep my Incinerates, but I was just like, knowing my luck during that Cold Snap phase, I would probably get a bunch of Cold Snaps on me. So we threw our SP1 to get out of the corner, even though it hit his block and we kind of ate it, but shout out to the invulnerability boost. Now, ideally, you don't want him going to 2 bars of power. If he does, you really hope he throws the SP2. Because if he throws when he throws the SP1, he's going to go invisible. And if he throws it again while invisible, he's going unblockable. And now you got a whole mess of problems to deal with. So at this point, I'm like, well, we're here. And of course, he throws SP1. Now I'm just like, I just need to make sure he does not throw another SP1 while he's invisible. And now we're kind of stuck in this area where he's only throwing the SP1s. So we have to throw our SP1 to get out of the corner. And the guy's just not throwing his SP2. Luckily, his invisibility ended at that point. But at this point, now we're just like stuck in the corner. And I still have not learned deck set his heavy in the corner. So at this point, I'm just trying to do as much damage as I can during this bleed phase. And, you know, we're slow playing things, trying to see how much we could do. Or if maybe we would push him to SP3, so I stopped my combo. But luckily, he finally throws an SP2 above 2 bars of power. So now we can manage it. We're only hitting him once in the cold snap phase because, one, we're close to going down. And we don't want to have bad RNG and ramp up too many cold snaps. So luckily we managed to pull through and our striker comes through to finish him off. Now, I can definitely clean up that fight, but yeah, that was kind of a scary fight. I guess, you know, you gotta take into the account of the AI for that one. So guys, we are almost through and caught up with these wars. I have 3 more to go. So stay tuned. And yeah, you know, rewards and what I did with the Radiance and everything comes at the end of all this, so stay tuned. Peace.